Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting heavyweight contender. It is, of course, Mr. Cassius Chaney. Cassius, welcome back on the show, my friend. It's been a long time.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's been quite a while, man, but happy to be back, and I'm just looking forward to finishing up camp and getting ready for my next fight,
There we go. We'll get into it in a moment. But yeah, we last spoke back in November of 2019, pre-COVID, such a long time ago. At the time, you were getting ready to fight Nick Jones. You ended up stopping him in 3 rounds. How have things been since then, my friend?
Everything's been good, man. Just chipping away and just trying to stay consistent, stay out the way, just stay healthy. Stay focused, stay motivated, and just grinding, man, just grinding.
And yeah, obviously after that Nick Jones fight, you picked up a couple more wins before running into George Arias and subsequently losing your own by split decision. It needs to be said. We saw obviously Jared Anderson take care of Arias in quick fashion. Did you feel you won the Arias fight, Cassius? Talk me through it just briefly.
I thought it was close. I didn't really know how I felt about it. I thought it was close. I knew that, I didn't really perform. There was a lot of stuff that was going on, and I kind of knew that it was either I take the fight or, we kind of just lose out on camp money and things like that. So, I took a risk, and I thought that it was close. I don't think either one of us really did much. But, it was in his hometown, and, that's how it goes sometimes. So it wasn't much for me to really be totally whatever about, you know what I'm saying? It just, I just look forward to the next thing. I just wanted to heal up, get healthy, and then look forward to my next fight,
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think it needs to be said as well that I think he didn't do himself any favours against Anderson. I think he was, he's better than that normally. Since the Arias fight, getting back onto you've had 2 more fights, obviously. Most recently stopping former WBA heavyweight world champion Trevor Bryan. Talk me through that fight, Cassius, being your most recent one.
That was just a good fight for me. I was familiar with Trevor, just seeing him throughout the years of him boxing and things like that. And I just knew that I just had to come in there prepared. I had a good camp. I decided to train back home with my longtime coach, Fred Weaver, who I started with as an amateur. And finally, it felt good. It felt like the right time for me to come back home, given the experience of coaches I've went through and met and learned from. And I was able to come back and just have a good camp to where I was just more mature and understanding of things that I wanted and needed to do.
Yeah, because if I remember that fight correctly, early on in the fight, you had quite a low punch output, and I was wondering, what's going on here? Then, as the rounds went on, obviously Trevor Bryan started to gas. That's when you stepped up the pressure, and you got him out of there in the end with a brutal right hand. Was that all part of the game plan?
I wouldn't say it was part of the game plan, but, I had been out the ring quite a while, so it wasn't like I knew where, you know what I mean? I was a little bit apprehensive on, where I was, stamina-wise and where I was as far as just being in the ring. I was out the ring for a year, so I wasn't really trying to just burn myself out, you know what I mean? My whole objective was just to try to keep them off me and just be smart. And I knew eventually that I'll hit them.
Yeah, and like I say, you really got him in the end. I do remember watching that fight. I stayed up till, 4 or 5 a.m. to watch it live. And I remember thinking early on, I didn't think your punch output was that high. And I'm beginning to ask myself, is Cassius gassed out? But then all of a sudden, like I say, the opportunity presented itself, and then you had more than enough, still left in the tank for sure to get him out, and it was a fantastic stoppage. Let's look to the future. Your next fight has been announced. June the 7th is the date in Florida against Michael Hunter for the interim WBA heavyweight world title. Rumours were that it was initially going to be against Martin Bakole. Someone on Twitter asked you, how did Michael Hunter leapfrog Martin Bakole? To which you answered the tweet by saying, long story. Are you able to shed any further light on that for us, Cassius?
I think I said, did I say long story? I don't even know. I think it was a lot of, I have no idea. I think it was more on Bacole's side, the situation with his team or something like that, with his management. People complain about me leapfrogging people and getting the Bakole situation. So it was a lot of little tricks and stuff going on that, haven't been said or told to me either, So I understand if people feel a certain way about Michael Hunter. I don't even know, because Michael Hunter he got ranked, so it's not like he's not ranked, you know what I mean? So I really don't know. I just think that, some people can make calls and make things happen. I don't know, but, it's a cool fight for me. You know what I mean? I'm okay. I'm cool with it.
And Cassius, I remember back in the day speaking to you when you were promoted by Main Events. I genuinely don't know who you're promoted by these days.
I'm with Don King. I'm with
Are you
DKP.
with Don now? Okay.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Okay. I think Mike is too, actually. So I think we're both with Don. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, both with Don. Are you anticipating the hardest fight of your life here, Cassius, or not? I know you rate Hunter pretty highly.
Yeah, he's a clever fighter. You know what I mean? He's very, very clever. But I don't know. I'm rating it just a good fight. I think he has things that he has strengths and he has weaknesses. Like most of us. But for me, I just got to go in there and do what I do well and just be smart, work off the jab, and be the big man. You know what I mean? If you let him bully you, he'll bully you. So if you let him frustrate you, he'll frustrate you. So for me, it's just about being smart, sticking to the game plan, and chipping away at him. So I'll be honest, I'm not really stressed out about it. I'm just excited to get back in the ring, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a fight I'm very much looking forward to as well. You pretty much answered my next question just there. I was going to ask, how do you see the fight playing out? Obviously, Michael's experience as an amateur goes a long way. As a pro, he's been in there with the likes of Martin Bakole, Alexander Povetkin, Alexander Usyk. But as you say, you're the bigger man and you're coming into this fight with better momentum, I think it's fair to say, than he is.
He's around quite a bit. He's been...
Right, Cassius, I can barely hear a word you're saying. You've gone all strange.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, he's been in some wars. I'm a fresher, I believe. I'm a fresher fighter. And I think that he's been in some tough fights. You know what I'm saying? He's won some tough fights. He's had draws in some tough fights. And I think that, I do have the bigger punch, he's been really, really good because he's so much more athletic than everybody, mostly. Most of the guys that he's fought, he's been more athletic than outside of Usyk. So now, he's fighting the athlete as well. So I'm just looking forward to seeing how it plays out. I'm just got to stay away from the antics, and just stay focused towards the game plan and just have fun in there. You know what I mean?
And Cassius, there's a part of me that just can't see this fight going 12 rounds. Do you think we could possibly see 12 here?
If it's 12, I don't even know how many rounds it is, but
I'm going to assume it's 12 just because it's for the interim title. I could be wrong.
Do I see it going 12? Not really. I think one of us is going to have to commit, and my ideal is, like I said, I think I have the bigger punch. He's a sneaky puncher, but I don't think that I think if you look at it, like, I know we got the same amount of knockouts, but when I hurt people, I hurt them for real. So it's like, I think it's a little bit different, you know, and I also just think, like I said, you know, he's a clever guy. I think he's just more clever than what people feel, so they just go at him. They just go chasing him, you know. I kind of made that mistake with Arias in a sense, just trying to follow him around. In this situation, I don't think it's, you know, I just got to be smart and pick and choose when to go at him and bang him up, bang his arm, bang him whatever, you know, to be smart, you know.
You went a little bit funny towards the end. I don't need you to repeat any of it. It's all good, but I'm just warning you for the next question, and it is my final question for you, Cassius.
Okay.
Not this weekend, but next, we'll finally see that undisputed heavyweight title fight, Usyk Fury. I know you've got history there, but who wins and how for you?
Right now, I'll have to lean towards Fury right now, just because he's had that extra time. And he's big, and he knows how to make the fight just ugly. You know what I mean? Usyk's very good at fighting tough fights, you know, pretty. You know what I'm saying? Finishing the fights out pretty. But I just think Fury's going to be the bigger guy, and it's hard to find sparring for somebody like Fury unless you go get basketball players or something like that. You know what I mean? You just had him move around the ring. I just think Fury had enough time to prepare. And I also think that boxing sometimes looks forward to the next fight. And that next fight people want to see is Joshua and Fury at some point. So I think it's going towards that, you know what I mean? Or Joshua and Wilder, you know, who knows? But I think it's going towards that type of situation.
Yeah, cannot wait for any of those fights to be made. Just before we wrap things up, Cassius, like I say, haven't had you on since pre-COVID. If you want to just close out just with a little message to the listeners before we let you go, my friend, the floor is yours.
Tune in. First of all, I want to say thank you for the interview. Tune in June 7th, Miami, Florida. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great night of fights. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to winning. May the best man win. And I'm just happy the camp is started. I got an opponent, so I'm just ready to go.
There we go. Listen, Cassius, it's been great catching up again. Thank you for your time. Best of luck on the 7th of June, and we'll speak sometime afterwards for sure, my friend.
Okay, thank you, Jay, man. I appreciate it.